So I think it's no secret that we at the JB Still Show are not the biggest fans of the public school system at all.
Nope.
However, today we wanted to talk about the people who actually facilitate the indoctrination and dumbing down. Teachers. Alright, welcome back to the JB Still Show. I'm your host, JB.
And I'm producer Brooke.
Yeah, we're doing this. Let's roll. That's what we used to say. Let's roll. Alright. So, that's right. We wanted to talk about teachers because teachers are, well, they're just as much part of the system as the students are. They're just as much part of this brainwashing and dumbing down train where you're made progressively less creative, less intelligent, less fun, really. Made more boring, more austere. The teachers play a massive role in this. However, I think producer Brooke would agree with this. I do not think that most the teachers know what they're doing. Is that would you say that's correct?
I think so. I think a lot of teachers like teaching, and they don't think that they're indoctrinating students.
Or they're in it for the money, and the benefits and all that. I mean, I've seen teachers going on the record saying I'm in it for the money, the summer break, the health care, all that good stuff. So they're in it for that. They're opportunists, which, I mean, yeah, I guess I could understand that. But they're still indoctrinating and dumbing down, obviously, and most of them have no idea what they're doing because they themselves have been brainwashed, not only with their stint in public school, presumably, but also at the teachers' colleges, where they are relentlessly brainwashed and learn to love, John Dewey and all that. I almost think I should, go to a teacher's college at some point just to see how bad it is there. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Just to, see what's up.
Field trip time.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, that is not to say that all the teachers are innocent innocent in the wrong place at the wrong time when they are forced to indoctrinate and dumb down. I myself have had teachers where I kind of think, yeah, they probably know what they're doing. They probably know exactly what they're up to. And I've even had one teacher in particular who shall go unmentioned, so producer Brooke knows exactly who I'm referring to, who said that literally the first day of school, who said, you all are at a very transformative age. The age you're at right now, you're having lots of changes in you and outside. So I want to make sure that you all think the right things at this age. That's literally how she opened the class. It was social studies. That's how she opened it.
Yes, teaching what to think, not how to think.
Precisely. That's what education has been redefined as. But anyway, she, I think, was in the minority, not the majority. However, that is not to say that most teachers are wonderful people. I think most teachers are, the saying is those who can't do teach. I think most teachers are pretty lazy from what I've seen. And this might be a little bit harsh criticism, but I've just found most teachers that I've had lazy. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's true. I don't know if you agree with that, producer Brooke.
I've had one or two in the past.
I've had a lot, although I don't know, maybe I get worse teachers than you do.
I'm looking at you, science teachers.
Yeah, oh boy.
I don't know if it's just the ones I've had, but...
And me, our science teachers have been bad. Yeah.
Just give it assignments and not, actually teaching.
It's horrible what they've done to science class. It really is. They, worksheet after worksheet. You have to learn what the mitochondria is, then memorize it 1,000 times, write it out 100, and then fill it on a test and forget it in 2 weeks. Sounds fun.
Also, 3 weeks of lab safety at the beginning of every year.
Oh, that is so annoying. I don't know if we've got older listeners who used to be in public school maybe 40 years ago or 30 years ago, but today we have to do a little lab safety test, and it goes on for days, and we have to do I have to do a PowerPoint on it, and they got to take this test, and it's
posters,
it's so
PowerPoints,
annoying.
Essays. I don't know. It's
ridiculous
for each class, but it's
what they've done to teaching is unbelievably sad, and it's a travesty. Truly, it's a travesty. But that I think most teachers that I've had at least have been kind of lazy. And I think this has been showing where they're all clamoring for schools to stay closed, which does not have anything to do with science or any, societal norms at the moment. And of course they have the unions which will back them up, the evil NEA and the AFT, which are going to back them up. I think, I shouldn't say that, never mind. But that's, again, there are a lot of also malicious teachers. There's actually I think there's four kinds of teachers. You have the good teachers with good intentions. These are the unicorns, which are very rare, but the good teachers who have good intentions, do a good job. I've had a few myself. You have the good teachers with bad intentions. Now, this is the worst kind of teacher, because this is the kind of teacher that knows what they're doing and is good at it. I don't think I've had any of those. Then you have the bad teachers with good intentions. I think this is where probably 60% of teachers or 70% of teachers fall into, where they're well-intentioned, but they're just not that good. And then finally, you have the maliciously intentioned teachers that are also bad at their jobs. And I've had a couple of these, and the only redeeming quality to all the indoctrination is everyone knows they're nuts. I mean, everyone kind of knows. And I've had a couple of these. I think I had a substitute that was actually like that as well.
I think we've all had bad teachers with good intentions. They're
right.
pretty common.
Very common, yes. And but again, there are a lot of teachers with bad intentions. A small minority, but a very, very sizable amount, really. And I wanted to play for you a video from Campus Reform, an organization called Campus Reform, where they openly admit that that they don't teach history. That history is not taught in school, and they infuse their agenda into it. Let me just play this for you.
So I personally know firsthand that we are not getting taught, specifically in social studies, the history that we need to know.
I actually don't teach what's in our curriculum. I'm teaching children social studies that's not in our curriculum, teaching them things about how to be an anti-racist. Instead of teaching those same three famous black people that we continue to teach, I taught them about protesting. I taught them about Black Lives Matter. I taught them about things that are happening currently so that they could make those connections. And when they see it on the news, they're informed. They're not ignoring the facts of our world right now. They're facts that we're actually a racist country.
Okay, couple of things there. But first of all, let me just say this, because this is possibly getting into some touchy stuff here. I mean, we obviously completely disavow actual racism. If you're saying that this group is, inferior or better because, just for their skin color or something like that, or you're like this because of your skin color, I mean, I don't want to go anywhere near that person. I hate racism. It doesn't make any. I don't think racism makes any sense. First of all, it just does not logically work out, and it's stupid, and I hate actual racism.
Exactly. I agree.
However, this was something else. So first of all, they admit as you know, the curriculum for history already sucks. The curriculum for history is already a complete travesty. But then, not even teaching that horrible version, now we have to teach our own agenda. Now, I don't know if you could read between the lines there, but, well, first, for instance, what she said, Black Lives Matter. Look, obviously, if we're using lowercase letters here, Black lives do in fact matter. I mean, everyone's life matters, right? But then when you go into the organization, that's where you start getting into some sketchy territory, because, I mean, the founders of Black Lives Matter are openly Marxists, so you start to question whether or not it's actually about black lives, of course. But no, we have to teach that they're a wonderful organization. And then you have, we are a racist country. Yes, we are. Everyone is racist. We're all racist. We all hate black people or Hispanics, right? I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't think most Americans are racist. I have a very hard time believing that. I don't think I know a single person who's racist. I don't really. I mean,
sure, there are racist people, obviously, but
yeah,
not everyone is racist.
No, we're not a racist country, and we have not been for quite some time, seemingly. But that's the whole agenda getting into the classroom, and that was even a more mild example. And you have them on the record, that's how arrogant these teachers are, or at least how brainwashed they are, that they will openly admit that, yeah, we don't teach history. I mean, who cares, right? It's why do we even need it anyway? I mean, this is kind of off topic, but when I've been in history class, and a couple of times kids have asked the teacher, a couple of kids with the guts have asked the teacher, why do we need to know this? And not once have I heard the teacher give an actual answer. The teacher doesn't know why they're teaching history, because they were never taught why. They're just taught, you do this.
I mean, sure, maybe learning the feudal system in Europe could be useful for something, but you know what would also be useful? Actually learning the history of America.
Right. No, that we don't teach. We have a tremendous emphasis off American history. I mean, I don't know what we did 50 years, 40 years ago, but or longer than that. But we don't teach American history very much. I mean, we do it a bit. We do have maybe a few years on it, but we don't teach it all that much. I mean, we focus largely on world history, which could be fun for some people, but that's not what matters so much unless you're perhaps studying the ideas that made America. You're just not giving it all that key history. But of course, history does in fact repeat itself, and if we don't learn from history, then America's going to go the same way very quickly as many other or all other really civilizations have. I mean, the average lifetime of civilization is 330 some years. So we're kind of coming up on our expiration date if you count colonial America as the beginning of the civilization. We're not doing so well. I mean, obviously we have several symptoms of a dying civilization, but school, no, we don't care about that, do we? We have to indoctrinate into our own little narratives, which are gonna take over America and not focus on any real problems. Am I supposed to be ending this up here pretty soon?
Yeah, it's 11 minutes.
That's all right. We got yeah.
We're gonna be dialing it back soon, though.
Okay, great. Oh yeah, we were gonna have the animations back pretty soon, aren't we?
Yeah, I have a new computer, so animations.
New computer. We are recording this on a new computer. That's pretty cool. It's I feel all professional now, right? It's
like speakers.
very cool, very cool.
Not on a laptop.
But anyway, yeah, I don't think the teachers are the villains. Really, just to conclude, I don't think teachers are the villains. You can disagree with me if you want to. Most teachers are very, very ignorant, and I've seen that myself. Most teachers aren't all that smart, just to be frank. I mean, they're just I mean, if they were smart, they would go into engineering or be a doctor or a lawyer. They're not, most of them. That's not to say none of them are. I've had some smart teachers, but most of them aren't that smart.
And there are certainly some people who are good at engineering or math or whatever and want to teach people.
Right. No, I'm saying not all.
Those are the good teachers. Those are the people that we need to keep.
Right. Absolutely. And I mean, it can be hard for even a lot of good teachers to work within the crazy bounds of school, which are set. But anyway, I think that's about all we wanted to get to for today. We have a lot more coming. We have a epic Operation Anti-Indoctrination podcast hopefully coming up on Friday. Or wait, no, it would have been back on Friday because this is not coming out till Monday. This is where our recording schedule is weird.
Oh, and I haven't told JB this, but we might get a new intro animation soon as well.
Yo, epic. All right, I think that's gonna be bad today. So if you could please subscribe and like the video, that'd be really much appreciated. If you could share, just share. Maybe you might have to open a new tab if you want to share the link to the show, or you can press the share button. That's gonna be right below this video.
I think people know how to share a video.
I don't know. It doesn't happen all that much. Our analytics aren't good for that. Anyway. You can leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. And you can email me if you have any questions right down in the description. Follow us on Twitter. And until next time, I've been your host, JB.
And I've been producer Brooke.
And we are signing off.